Hi, my name is Joe. Welcome to my channel.
I am a 23-year-old woman. I used to live in a pretty urban area in India when I was 19. I have always loved reading horror stories, just because it's very interesting and there's always something new to read. I never believed in such stories though, because my head can't wrap around the fact that there's something other than the animals and humans we see that can affect our lives, or something that can harm us. Until this one night. I still think that someone out there can explain what happened to me that night. I was living alone in an apartment building. It was in the heart of the city. Restaurants, malls, all around. Hustle bustle all day and night. Nothing scary happened there. It was so alive that my room would still be lit at night with all my lights off. I have always slept with my curtains closed, curtains too thick to let any light through, and a nightlight on. It was a chilly night, so I was using a very thin, bedsheet-like blanket to keep me warm. I dozed off pretty quickly, but I woke up sometime in the night. I had a king-sized bed and was sleeping near the edge facing my right. I was woken up by a pulling sensation, like someone was pulling my blanket. It wasn't the typical horror movie style pulling the blanket from the feet. It was a jolting pull. I turned to my left, but nothing was there. At least, I saw nothing. Then I noticed that every nightlight in my house was switched off. I shrugged it off as a power outage. Although I had a backup battery, I assumed it had been exhausted too. I turned around to go back to sleep, but that's when I felt it again, but this time with greater strength. With the complete sense that nobody's there with me, my body froze. The blanket started pulling up and down, basically in every direction, as if it wanted to remove it from my body. And finally, it did. The blanket started scuffling and folding aggressively behind my back. That's it. No grunting, humming, mumbling, or even creaking of my bed due to such chaotic activity. Just aggressive scuffling of the blanket in the dead silence of the night. It was very close to me, as I could feel the air from the blanket movement on my neck. My heart started jumping out of my chest, and I started crying, and then fainted from all the fear. I woke up the next morning on the same side and in the same position. My blanket was thrown all the way to the other side of the bed. I looked into the mirror and saw rashes around my neck due to the blanket pulling and rubbing. I lived there for a couple more weeks before I moved out. But thinking about that night, it still keeps me awake all night.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel to get our latest exclusive videos. Plus, hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.